Hey guys, it's Kelsey's Reborn, and this is another welcome to the community video, and I am going to try my best to get this video uploaded. I have recorded this video so many times and it has failed to upload and I have no idea why. So we're going to do this one more time. This video is all about how can I tell if my reborn is authentic, or how can I tell if my reborn is considered a reborn in the reborn community. And I phrase it that way because in the reborn community, we welcome all doll lovers. So we're not just like, oh, because, you collect a doll that isn't considered a reborn, then we don't want you in our forums. We're not like that. Most reborn collectors started as doll collectors in general. So you'll notice that most, or not most, but majority, some people already have like American Doll collections, or they'll have Cabbage Patch collections, or they'll have realistic dolls that they collected from Ashton Drake. When I was a kid, I had these two, and you can see them on my channel if you go back. I have these two babies that I just loved after death, and at the time that they came out, they were the most realistic thing to me. So you do have collectors that collect realistic dolls because they're just doll collectors. They'll collect porcelain dolls, things like that. So in the reborn community, all doll lovers are welcome. But this topic isn't about realistic dolls in general. This topic is about the brand, I guess, the brand of reborn dolls. So what makes a reborn a reborn? And if you look at it as far as branding, then that kind of helps distinguish it as well, because a person can have a whole collection of tennis shoes, but maybe they only have like one Nike shoe, as opposed to, I don't know what Pumas. I don't even get into shoes like that. But you guys understand what I'm saying. It's a category in a whole, within a whole thing. You know what I mean? It's a particular category. So anyway, I'm going to stop getting off track. So how do you know if your reborn doll is authentic as far as the reborn category? So the first thing that you're going to look at is, was this doll hand painted? So if you want the authentic reborn experience, the one thing that you're going to look for is getting a doll from an artist. So that means the artist has taken time to paint this baby through many layers of paint, adding hair by hand with a needle, 1 or 2 strands at a time, working with you through the whole custom process to determine what skin tone you want. Or even if it's not a custom, they hand painted it themselves through many layers to achieve a certain skin tone, or they decided what eyes will look good. So it's mainly about the artistic aspect of it. In the reborn community, we're looking for the artistic value in these dolls. So there are realistic dolls out there that are like factory produced to look realistic, and they're like mass produced in factories, painted in factories, I should say. So there are a lot of realistic dolls that are factory painted, is what I was trying to get at. Now, factory painted dolls, as realistic as they are, I personally wouldn't consider them a true reborn, because I am looking for the artistic version of it. Like someone took their time to actually get down and dirty and get into the paint and put it on themselves. So in that sense, when you're talking about reborns, this is what we kind of look for, is it hand painted? The second thing we look for was, did this kit, and if you guys don't know what a kit is, go into my other welcome to the community video. I break down what a kit is, I break down the type of bodies, everything. So go look at that video actually before you continue here if you don't know what a kit is, and then come back. So the second thing to look for is, did I get this kit from a reputable seller? So did I get this kit from a reputable seller? Now, kits can come in 2 ways. They can come in silicone, or they can come in vinyl. And again, go look at that video if you want more detail. So if I bought a kit in vinyl, did I get it from someone who was legally allowed to reproduce this kit? Because an artist takes their baby they sculpt it from clay, they get the features, they take so much time to do it, and then they go to a factory and they say, hey, they might say, hey, I want like 5 copies. If it's like a limited edition, for example, they were like, I am giving you permission, because them in the factory have this agreement that I am going to give you permission to produce 5 of my babies, but only you, and I am giving you the copyright to produce 5 of my babies. So if they take their dolls and go to that factory, say they go to one factory and they say, I only want you and I only give you the permission to produce it, then only that company has permission to produce that set amount of babies. Now, if I come on over here and I buy the kit from, they get it factory produced and made, and I go and I buy this kit and I'm like, oh, this is a nice kit. You know what? It should be more than 5 editions, because this baby is so cute. I'm gonna make some more. And then I go and I copy that kit, and I was like, you know what? This kit would be really cute in silicone. Actually, I don't know why the artists are making it in silicone. Let me make it in silicone. So I'll take the kit and I'll like mold the features and copy it and pour silicone, and I'll make a silicone baby out of this kit. That is an illegal copy, because now I'm taking somebody else's work who they did not give me permission to take and copy, and I'm copying it, and then I'm taking my copied kit and I am selling it. So now I'm like, hey y'all, I have this kit, it's a kit of such and so. It's a silicone kit, such and so. And then somebody in the comments might be like, you know what? I don't remember this artist making this kit into a silicone version. And then they'll go and ask the artist, and the artist is like, no, I only gave permission to this one factory to make my kits into a limited edition of 5 kits into vinyl. I did not even get my kits made to silicone. So that whoever made that illegally copied it. And sometimes the problem we have is an artist will go out and say, I did not get permission for this person to have the kit. So if you see it being made like this, or if you see this particular person selling it at this particular time, I did not give them permission. Please do not buy kits from anyone other than who I gave permission to. You'll have some people who will still be like, I don't really understand what the big deal is. It's still a kit. You still gave permission to someone originally to make it, so why can't other people make it? But it's just the whole ethical thing of it, you know what I mean? And then there are other videos as well. This is a whole entire topic. You'll have different countries that have different copying laws and everything. But the one thing you need to keep in mind is, if this person said they did not give permission to them other than the 1 or 2 or however many people they give permission to, then it is an unauthentic kit. So, recap. Reborns, the one thing you want to look at if you want a true reborn experience is is this kit authentic? Did it come from someone who had the permission to mass produce and sell these kits, or was it from someone illegally producing it? And sometimes you can tell because the kit won't have the name on the back of the neck, or they don't have the COA. And even with the COAs, I will say this, even if a baby does not come with this COA, that does not automatically mean that they are unauthentic. COAs can get lost and things like that. And if they do come with a COA, it doesn't automatically mean they are authentic, because COAs can get copied and mass produced. So it goes either way. So you really have to do your research, and you really have to check with the sculptor or in a forum. And hey y'all, I have this kit that I got from such and such. I'm just trying to figure out if it's an authentic kit or not. And then usually if you show a picture or something, then we're really good at determining if it's a fake or something like that. So the 2 things to keep in mind are, was this baby hand painted by an artist? If you want the true reborn experience, was the baby hand painted by an artist? And secondly, was this baby legally made? in a factory or legally poured by a silicone pour? Did they have permission to make this baby? And if they didn't have permission to make the baby, then your answer is it is not an authentic kit. And before I go, I'm going to say another side note is that I see a lot of people in the community, which I brought up the fact about, was the baby hand painted? Because a lot of people are like, oh, you can't sell a repainted Behringer baby. That is not a reborn. But a repainted Behringer baby is a reborn, because that's how reborning started. They went to Walmart or they went to their kids' closets and they took old dolls, took all of the paint off of them and repainted them and reborn them and made them new. So if someone took a doll from a Behringer doll or from their kids' closet and they took all the paint off of it and they repainted it to make it super realistic, that is indeed a reborn. So as far as, is this baby a reborn based on if a doll was repainted and made realistic? Yes, that is a reborn. Is this baby authentic? Meaning, did I get this from a legitimate company who was allowed to sell it? Or if I bought it secondhand, did I get it from a person who brought it from a legitimate company who was allowed to sell it? So those are the two things to make sure of and to keep in mind as far as releases. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, and leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any more questions, and we'll keep the discussion open.